right, it's finally ready! Yay! We made $3 million in sales with this game! Alan, thanks for the hard work. Here's your pay. What?
Trouble Busters!
My name is Alan. I'm a 28-year-old virgin who's currently into programming a game with my friends. And right now, we're finally about to finish our biggest project. It's almost ready.
Yup, this was thanks to the hard work from me and Kenneth. Yup.
Hey, don't forget about me.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
I saw that there were some minor glitches, so I made sure I fixed them.
Thanks.
You don't seem to care.
It wasn't even a huge glitch, right?
I guess you're right.
All right, it's finally ready.
Yay!
We just need to see how popular this game gets.
I'm sure we'll be successful. We were first worried if our game is going to be successful at all.
Hey, Kenneth!
Huh?
We made $3 million in sales with this game!
3 million?
Wow! I never thought we'd be so successful!
I'm so glad we worked hard to make that game!
Yep! I'm sure we'd make even more money for the additional features, too!
Additional features?
I've been working on them all this time!
Hold on, I don't think you ever told me about it.
Yep, we'll take care of the rest.
What?
Alan, thanks for the hard work. Here's your pay.
What?
What's the matter? Aren't you going to take it?
Guys, you're kidding, right?
Kidding? We're not kidding.
I'm sorry, but I'm not really following.
Let me cut it to the point then. This is game over for you.
We're readjusting our party, that's all. Why would you say something like that? This isn't right. I can't believe this. We all work together as a team, and they can't be doing this to me.
I gave you the pay, right?
The pay?
Normally in these games, we'd just take off all your gears and take you off the party so you'll just go to a tavern. But we even paid you $10.
Trabas Quest made $3 million in sales. There's no way I'm only getting $10.
That's just according to how much you contributed.
That makes me deserve even more.
What? All you were doing is just playing around with the computer all day. You didn't do anything.
On the other hand, Kyle and I have been working so hard to come up with ideas. You said I've been on the computer, but I took care of all the back ends on the system. It's not easy, and you knew it wouldn't be easy.
Alan, do you think it's more difficult to defeat a Metal King or 100 slimes?
Well,
that's the difference between you and us.
You keep using metaphors with the game, but Kyle, Kenneth, if you didn't understand exactly what I was doing, I'm willing to explain. I'm sure you'll understand if you hear me out.
Alan, you're thinking that we're just joking, aren't you? Just to let you know, these are just the reviews that our customers would give us.
What do you mean?
According to the social media, people enjoy this game because of how the characters were designed and how the story was written. And the two of us were the ones who contributed those factors.
You might be right, but
these reviews directly reflect how much each of us contributed.
I understand where you guys are coming from, but this is going to affect how we work as a team.
That's fine. We don't want to keep working with someone who wouldn't even understand what we're saying. Kyle, we don't have much time. Let's go work on the new features. Yup.
Wait, are you guys even going to develop them?
I have some knowledge about the system too. We don't need to ask for your help. We don't need you anymore.
How could you do this to me? We've worked so hard to develop this game together. We've been supporting each other all this time. I thought you were my friends. I was shocked by what the two of them had done to me. I couldn't find the motivation to do anything for a while, but soon I realized that staying sad won't change anything.
This is going to convince them.
In the meantime... Oh God, is this what's really happening? I decided to start taking action. I'm not letting them get away with this. Trouble Busters! Oh, Kyle! Kenneth!
Hey, Alan.
What's the matter?
Alan, we wanted to talk to you. Are you willing to work with us again?
Huh? What makes you ask me that question all of a sudden?
Oh, it's not really a big deal. We've been thinking about it since then. We realized how much we miss having you around. Will you come back to us?
You're faking.
That's not true. We're being honest. We're best friends, right?
Kai Kaal Group that created Trubus Quest has been having multiple bugs in the new features, causing large liability and loss.
You guys seem to be in trouble. So you knew about this, huh? But you're right. We sold the new features, but we ended up messing up on the system side. That's why we need your help. Aren't you good at those things?
What if I refuse?
Oh, come on, don't be like that.
I thought I was just gonna hang out at the tavern.
And that's why we're here, to add you back to the party.
What makes you deserve to talk like that? I even shared with you my concerns about the system before you guys kicked me out. You didn't seem to care to listen.
We were being cocky, but we'd listen now.
Can't you guys just take care of it using the sales you got before the loss? You could hire another company to take care of the system, too.
We ended up using that money. I used it for my girlfriend, too. We're in a huge loss right now.
Huge loss, huh?
We don't have the funds to hire a third party. That's why we're here to ask for your help.
How did you even use all that money in such a short time?
We thought we'd have some left, but we ended up paying taxes.
Ah, I see.
Look, you know exactly what's happening to us right now. We need you to help us out.
I see exactly what you're talking about.
Oh, Alan.
I see that you would just dispose of me without hesitation when you feel like you don't need me, and when things turn the other way, you would just try to take advantage of me.
That's not true.
You were so rude to me, and here you are begging for my help as if you haven't said any of those things. Look, you might forget about what you said, but whoever takes those words would never forget what you said.
But this is an emergency.
I don't know what emergency you're in, but this has nothing to do with me.
This is exactly what I hate about you.
What?
You're going to be responsible on your end.
What do you mean by that?
We started up this game among the three of us. If you're not gonna help us fix our problem, we're gonna make you some portion of the loss that we're taking. Now, what's your choice?
It seems like you guys enjoyed dumb jokes, like how you paid me $10.
You seem confident, but we're not bluffing.
I know. Just as you said, I'd have to be responsible to some extent because I was involved in creating the game. But that's only to an extent where I was involved. I've only been involved in creating the original contents of the game, which was up to the point where you made $3 million in sales. You guys created the new features on your own, which caused this loss. I have nothing to do with the loss.
And how are you gonna prove that? Let me remind you that your name is even still part of our group. Even if you claim that you weren't part of it, you would still have to take responsibility since your name is still under our group.
You asked if I could prove it, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I can't.
Bingo! So we win this game. Alan, you thought you'd outsmart us, but it's not happening. Now that you admit that you lost, we need you to take care of our system errors. Don't worry, we'll pay you for it. I have $10 on me.
You remind me of myself from just a while ago.
Huh?
When I heard that we made $3 million in sales with that game, I thought that I'd be getting a large cut of those sales too. I was only seeing the rainbows and butterflies.
What are you trying to say?
There's no proof, and that's exactly what proves my point. You're asking if I could prove that I was never part of developing the additional features, but it goes the other way around too. You can't prove that I took part in developing those features.
What?
Besides, we could go into the login history on the computer and the saved data. I'm sure we could make things black and white when it comes to whether I was involved or not.
I can always delete those things.
You know that even if you delete those things, they could get restored? It's expensive, but if that's the route that you're taking, I'm willing to get to the bottom of it. And I thought you were supposed to outsmart me. When is that ever going to happen? I'm waiting. It's almost as if you know how to defeat the final boss, but you're too weak to even take the battle.
Watch what you say.
Right back at ya. There's something I wanted to talk to you guys about too, but you kept talking about what you're here for.
What were you trying to talk to us about?
I'm going to make sure you pay me for the amount that you owe me when the game first developed.
But you know what we're going through right now, don't you?
So what? I've already hired a lawyer to help me out.
What the heck? You can't do that! You never talked to us about it!
And you never talked to me about kicking me out of that group. You don't deserve to say that.
If you're going to make us pay for developing that game, you're going to have to be liable for the loss, too! That's true! If you accept official pay from us, it's just like admitting that you took part in the development!
I'm only gonna ask to get paid for the part that I was involved in. You can't make me involved with the loss that you're taking.
Let me ask you then, are there any clear rules in terms of how to decide on the cut that you're supposed to get? If we claim that you never took part in developing the game, no one's going to know the truth. Kyle is right.
I'll have no choice but to file a lawsuit in that case.
A lawsuit? You can't do that when you can't prove a thing. It's not like we had a signed contract or anything.
Ha!
What is it?
I can prove it.
What?
Right here.
Are those text messages?
Look, you even said that you're willing to divide the sales evenly among us.
So what? Those are just texts.
These texts will suffice as powerfully as a signed contract does.
What? Really?
I've been looking into these things and talking to my lawyer about it. I couldn't let you guys get away with this, and therefore I could file a lawsuit against you guys. I also have the history that I could pull from my computer, and those will suffice as the evidence to support my point.
How dare you! Not only the loss, but now we have to pay Alan for his cut? What do I do now? Kyle, what is it? I see.
What are you guys gonna do?
That's fine. If you're willing to help us out, we're willing to pay you for the cut that you were supposed to get from back then, and we're willing to pay for whatever you do to help us out.
No, you need to first pay for what you owe me from back then.
As you might know, we just don't have the money to pay you anything, but then we're willing to sign a contract this time around. Not just text messages, an official contract. If we end up betraying you again, we're only gonna be in trouble. So, Alan, will you trust us again?
Are you sure I can trust you guys?
Yup.
If that's what you say.
All right, we tricked him into this. We can forge the contract later. I could delete the text messages and he won't be able to prove a thing.
All right now.
Huh?
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me get the door. I'm coming. Oh, Mr. Cobweb, were we supposed to have a meeting today?
I'm sorry I showed up without telling you. I happened to pass by on my way home.
Oh, so that guy must be the lawyer.
Mr. Cobweb, I wanted to tell you that I might be able to settle the dispute that I've been consulting you on.
Oh, is that so?
Thank you so much for helping me out, but...
Mr. Allen, are you sure that you want to settle this dispute among yourselves?
What do you mean by that?
I did my research after we talked, and I've discovered some new facts. Please take a look at this.
Oh my God, what the heck is this?
While I was having another consultation with a different client, I happened to hear about this. Since I was on my way back home, I decided to stop by to talk to you about this.
This is the official Twitter account for Troubles Quest.
That's right! I wanted to show this to you to tell you that the people who posted this are even guiltier for betraying you not only once, but twice!
How dare you say that about us?
Oh, are you guys the ones?
Kyle, Kenneth, do you have anything to say about this? Look, we had our faces exposed on our official website. And since you weren't part of our group anymore, we thought you might be okay with this. Of course not, and that's not even the point. How dare you fool me again like this? Not just once, but twice. That's not true. It was just until we were no longer going viral. We planned on deleting it as soon as people stopped talking about it.
It's not that easy. Once you delete it, you're only going to get yourselves viral again for not being sincere with what you posted. You're underestimating the users.
Shame on me for thinking that I could trust you again. And I'm so glad I wasn't fooled again. This was just something else. We're really here to ask for your help. And we're willing to sign a contract with you. I'm sorry, but this isn't even about the contract at this point. Why? I may have said a lot of things about the money earlier when we were talking, but there was something that I cared about more than the money. Do you have any idea what it could be? Was it about how we exposed a photo of you? I know you were never confident about how you've never had a girlfriend. That's not it. I was most shocked about the fact that my best friends had ended up betraying me. I feel embarrassed for even wanting to trust you until now, and that's why I was about to take the deal that you presented, but after seeing this, I'm completely allergic to the two of you.
What a terrible mentality to do this to a friend! I completely agree with how Alan feels.
Alan, does that mean? Moving forward, I'm not willing to work with the two of you no matter what you tell me. The two of you should enjoy each other's company while you pay back your huge debt. Oh, no! Damn it, he even has a lawyer getting his back. Kenneth, Kyle, I'm sorry I have to do this. I understand. Let me remove this guy from our group. Wait, how dare you do that to me? Kyle, how could you? You too, Kenneth. And now the blaming game begins. Alan, you have to hear me out. It was all Kenneth's idea. He made me do this. That's not true. Kyle was threatening me, so I had no choice but to do as he said. He's been bullying me all this time. How dare you lie to him like that?
You knew exactly what they were about to start, huh?
Shut up! I'm not going to let this guy get involved moving forward. I'm sorry to add more to what I said earlier, but I'm going to make sure you take responsibility for posting that false information about me on social media. Huh?
Making such false statements in a public setting such as social media can be considered the damage that has been caused to Alan's credibility, and the fact that you caused harm to Alan's reputation can be considered defamation as well.
What?
For these crimes, you may be sentenced to up to 3 years of imprisonment or a penalty of $5,000.
What? Does that mean that not only we have to pay back our debt, but we might end up in prison?
Because Troubles Quest has generated large sales, I'm sure the magnitude of the damage you caused has been large. We've already been seeing some users making comments against Alan on the official Twitter account. I'm sure this won't be lightly taken at the court.
Can't we just make a correction then?
Once a piece of information goes around, it's not easy to take it back. Even if you were to post the truth, I'm sure the damages you've done to my reputation will continue on, because it's never going to erase the false statement you made.
Do you also understand that making a correction to your statement will only make the two of you the next target?
I'm sure we could tell them some stories and make those people shut up. I'm not letting you do that. No matter what you say or do, I'm going to take action.
What?
As I said, we're no longer coming to a truce.
In that case, I'm going to support you in that direction.
Thank you so much.
Look, Alan, this was all Kyle's fault. No, it was Kenneth. You have to believe me. You're my friend.
You're only trying to blame each other, and you haven't even apologized to me.
That's not true. Look, I'll apologize.
Don't even call me your friend ever again.
Oh, no.
I'm not going to change my mind. You better be ready for this.
Oh, no.
They tried to delete our group chat afterward to see if there's something they can do, but I already had screenshots of their text messages and they couldn't get away with it. I filed a lawsuit against them regarding the false post on social media that caused defamation and damages to my credit. Trabas Quest is no longer on the market, and the two of them are currently working on paying back the debt. As for me, I was shocked about what happened this time around, but it didn't stop me from creating more games. I went ahead and started making a small app. It hasn't gone viral just yet, but I'm gonna work hard to get as many users as possible. Trouble Busters!